Unmute ಆಗಿ madam. Sindhu Biryani unmute.
Good morning, sir. Murli, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Murli, Dr. Manikandan.
Morning, madam. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Dr. Sindel.
Yeah, Dr. Preeti has joined.
Yes,
Good morning. Good morning, Preeti.
Yeah, good morning also.
good morning, Senthil, sir. Senthil Vinayagam, sir. Good morning.
Sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Good morning, Dr. Murli. You have become.
morning. Yeah. So, almost our panelists joined, I think.
I think they joined, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
we can.
is it night over there now?
No. It's early morning.
Early morning. Oh, okay, okay. So that is why you are looking very fresh now.
Thank you.
So when you are starting?
Tomorrow by this time, my check-in and all might have finished.
Oh, you'll be starting again. All those.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Murali.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Dr. Madhavan here.
My son. Yes, sir.
Yeah. How are you?
Fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
am busy.
I happened to be in Delhi today. Yesterday I came to
Okay.
Delhi.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just join for some time. Then
Yes,
of course I
sure.
may
Thank-
leave.
yes,
1 hour.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So everything is okay. Everything is in order.
Yeah, everything is fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All the
Thank you.
best.
Thank
All
you,
the
sir.
best to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Yes. Good morning, Deepa Krishna.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Then I think Vikrant is joined. Already Preeti I talked. Preeti is joined. Then our
Okay, sir.
other panelist Senthil Vinayagam sir has joined. Then Jijo has joined.
Very good morning,
And
sir.
Nagaraj also joined.
Yeah,
All the
good morning.
panelists joined.
Yeah,
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Dr. Deepu, good morning. Dr. Madhavan here.
Good morning, Madhavan sir. I heard you speaking. Good morning. Nice meeting
Oh,
you.
are you? You're
Yes,
all
I
right
was
now?
just
Health is all right?
Yeah, everything's all right. I'm fine.
Okay, good. I'm in Delhi today. So
Oh, okay.
I'll be there for some time. Yeah. I got some
Okay,
meetings here. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Good
Okay.
morning, Madhavan.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for
Good morning,
joining.
Deepu.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All the
Thank
best.
you.
All the best. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Preeti, and thank you all the panelists.
Oh, Dr.
Good morning,
Preeti, how
all.
are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Okay, good. Thank you. Remember me now? Yeah.
Hey, am I audible? Good morning to you all.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. I just wanted to check if my audio is functioning fine.
Okay.
Or not. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. But sir, we can start,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we can start. I think all have joined.
Maniandan, we will start with
Yes, sir.
our
Yes, sir.
ICR key, then the proceedings.
Yeah.
जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की सुखद प्रतीक हरित भारत की कृषि धन पशुधन मानव जीवन दुग्ध मत्स्य फल यंत्र सुवर्धन वैज्ञानिक विधि नव तकनीके पारिस्थितिकी का संरक्षण शस्य श्यामला छवि भारत की जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की। हिम प्रदेश से सागर तट तक मरुधरती से पूर्वोत्तर तक हर पथ पर है मित्र कृषक की शिक्षा शोध प्रसार सकल तक आशा स्वावलंबित भारत की जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की।
Start, Dr. Manikandan.
Yes, sir. Yes. Very good morning to all. Very good morning to one and all. I am Dr. M.R. Manikandan. I am the co-principal investigator of this ABI Agribusiness Incubation and ITMU scheme of this ICR CPCRI Kasargod. Today, ICR CPCRI is celebrating Dream Big Kalpa 2023 in line with the birthday of the famous scientist Dr. Prafulla Chandra Rai. So every year, ICR CPCRI is celebrating this Dream Big Kalpa 2023 in order to display or decipher our developed technologies to all the stakeholders, and in order to explain our incubation facilities to the stakeholders. So every year we used to celebrate, and most of the participants, all our stakeholders used to participate. So this year also we are celebrating this Dream Big Kalpa on 2nd August 2023. So in this occasion, I'm heartily welcome our beloved director, Dr. K. Balachandra Hebbar sir. Sir is highly concerned about the success of this kind of program, this Dream Big Kalpa, because all the technologies developed by our institute is like eye to the institute. So sir is always concerned about to promote and to popularize, to showcase the developed technologies. Sir is always very much inquiring about the developments of this type of programs. Sir, I'm heartily welcome once again to this program, sir. And I welcome our mentor, our architect of this Dream Big Kalpa, Dr. K. Muralidharan sir. He's acting head social science division, and sir is the brain behind this program. Sir is all the complete planning and to action to be taken for this program. Sir, though you are not in our institute, though you are in UK, you are always very much enthusiastic about the success of this program. Sir, I welcome you, sir, to this program. And on this occasion, we have arranged one panel discussion on synergizing institutional innovation in plantation sectors. So for this, we have invited that elite members, August members for this panel discussion. The one of the that is moderator of this panel discussion, Dr. Deepu Krishan, Assistant Manager, Kerala Startup Mission. So I extremely welcome to you, sir, Dr. Deepu Krishan, sir. You are always support and partner to these all our activities. So, and I also welcome all our our CEO of that AIDEA NAM Hyderabad, Dr. Senthil Vinayagam sir, and Dr. Preeti Madam of TBI of NIT Calicut to this program. Definitely your views will be highly regarded and highly useful for our stakeholders and participants of this program. On this occasion, I would like also welcome our most of the prominent entrepreneurs, Sri Jijopal, CEO Resnova Technologies Private Limited, who have been helping us in the detectors of red palm weevil, and Sri Vikrant Vok, Senior Architect, Arable Labs, and our another prestigious partner, that is machine fabrication partner, Sri Nagaraja HR, that for Probi Products Bangalore. So I welcome all the panel members and moderators for this prestigious Dream Big Kalpa program. I also welcome one of our partner, Mr. Madhavan Amboru, Mr. MyZone, who is now in New Delhi. Anyway, he is always interested and active to be part of our program. And I also welcome all our HODs, Dr. Niral Madam, Dr. Subramaniam sir, Dr. Murali Gopal, Dr. Vinayak Hegde sir, and all our scientists and staff of this for this program. I also welcome all the students to be entrepreneurs and already successful entrepreneurs of this for this program. And I also welcome our business manager, Mr. Jasim Shakil, and all the members for this program, Mr. Haris and Mr. Albin, everybody. So with this, I conclude my welcome speech. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
So, now I have to.
Yes, sir, please, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I request our director to inaugural address.
Thank you, Dr. Manikandan. Dr. Muralidharan, who is right now in UK, and I'm sure that I think he'll be catching out of some corporates there at UK, and by the time he returns back, we'll be expecting some corporate fund to be deposited at CPCRI account. So So welcome, Dr. Murli. Then distinguished panelist uh, and moderator Deepu Krishnan. Then Dr. Senthil, Dr. Preeti, Vikrant, Jijo Paul, Nagraj, Sri Madhavan, who is there right now in Delhi, and heads of the divisions from ICR, CPCRA, and all the distinguished scientists. In fact, it's a real dream. This dream, Big Kalpa, I think it's need of the hour. I think today it happens to be Sri PC Roy Saib's birth anniversary also. And on this occasion, it has been organized this Dream Big Kalpa. For that, I must compliment and congratulate Dr. Muralidharan and Dr. Manikandan for this. I think, as I said, it is in fact need of the hour. In fact, even ICR is also giving a lot of belief for this kind of programs, because otherwise, if you happen to see this plantation sector, as such, it is in the crisis. Copra price is only now 6,000 to 7,000 rupees against 20,000 to 23,000 rupees. All the farmers are crying, in fact. So if we have to do something, that is only through this kind of programs. So instead of I'm talking, what is that technology we can directly give it to entrepreneurs, I would briefly discuss what is that we can do jointly together so that we can come out of this crisis. There is a huge or ample opportunities to jointly work together, both this academics and the private sector, or even other public sector organizations also. We can have a joint collaborative programs, and we can come out with very good technologies or products which can certainly benefit the society on a larger scale. So coming to one of the technologies which we are having is, for example, we have been developing these varieties or hybrids up till now. It is mostly we are keeping in mind the yield aspects. To a large extent, I think we have been successful. So now our idea is to see to it that how we can develop some varieties or hybrids which are having nutraceutical properties or biofortified products, so that immediately it can be utilized for industrial purposes. So in that context, I think we have already started research, and we'll be coming out with the varieties or hybrids which are having this kind of special characteristics, special traits, so that can be exploited at a industrial scale or at the private level. So I think there we need collaborative programs. And the second thing is, when we are talking about the quality planting material production, there also we have to now, I think, work jointly because of some issues there.
No, sir, it is, I am able to see you and yeah. No,
Yeah, because I think now the time has come, because we are already 107 years old. I think we have to see to it that whatever the material we supply, it is of pure quality and that is genuine, authentic. So in that context, whatever that molecular work we do, I think it has to be exploited to the fullest extent, for which whatever that we can think of doing in a collaborative way, we will be doing that one. And we will see to it that when that benefit goes to the community, that has to be fully exploited. The third thing, quite often, I think we are encountering, especially in India compared to any other countries, our cost of production. So this is one of the biggest challenges we have been facing. Here, there is a lot of scope, in fact, how to bring down the cost of production of these products, any product for that matter. Why our cost of production is going up? Here, we have to see that what kind of inputs we have to put, and by using that one, we can reduce the cost for produce. For example, I can give one or two examples. Now our institute is coming out with a cropping system model. We have seen that if you, by adopting that one, our net returns in terms of energy, it is very high compared to the energy what we invest in the system. So that itself is a very good one of the models. And similar way, now we are coming out with various technologies that may be microbial consortia or customized fertilizer. And in fact, our scientists are now working on such a kind of customized fertilizer. I think if you put a very small quantity, it would be released slowly and its effect will be there for a longer period. And there is very less loss to the environment or to the soil or water, so that both its effective utilization is there as well as environmental pollution is reduced. So either way, we would be getting the benefit. So in this context also, I think the expertise available even in other sectors, we will be making use of. The next, another very important challenging aspect is the management of this pest and diseases. Already, I think there is one example. Resinova, I think, worked with the CPCRI. We are developing. The technique is being perfected in the detection of this red farming wilt. So that is one very small, good example, I would say. Like that, I think for each and every pest and diseases, we can think of developing these kind of gadgets, so that if it is detected well in advance, early, so most of our problems would be solved. In that context, I think already CPCRI is developing a standard operating procedure for this drones, and once it is developed, then spraying to a large extent will be easy, and community level spray also we can take up in a short period of time. But still, there needs a lot of advancement in our understanding of the response of the plants to different pests and diseases. Once it is understood well, then I think we can jointly develop different kind of detectors to predict well in advance what would be happening with the infection of any pest and diseases. So this is another potential area. And already we are doing a quite good amount of work in the value addition, but still there is a huge scope. For example, if you see the amount of energy, if you're talking about, for example, to a mature nut, to a tender nut, or to next Nira, there is a huge difference. So if you work out that energy efficiency by capturing some of these products, we can have a maximum efficiency in terms of tapping those energies. So this also requires a collaborative work between the institute like CPCRI and other private enterprises. One more area which is having very high potential where we can jointly work is this carbon sequestration potential. So this is coming up in a very big way. Even the whole, not only country, I think even the ICC, International Coconut Community, also is pushing for this in a big way. And we need to quantify, or we need to assess in a system like coconut or areca nut, how much it would sequester the carbon dioxide which has been emitted by the industry. So if that is worked out, whether this benefit can be passed on to the farming community, this has to be worked out. So like this, there are ample opportunities to have a joint collaborative work between the institute like CPCRI and the entrepreneurs who you are sitting there, because you will be having a much better idea as far as the development of gadgets or machineries development are concerned. So we'll be having a better idea. So if both work together, I'm sure that I think we can come out with very good technologies which to a large extent solve the problems of this farming community, which has been facing for the last few years, because of which our productivity is also going down, the cost of production is going up. So somehow I think farming community is not in a I would say that very comfortable position. I think at least there are opportunities now to do. So I with this some of the observations, I once again wish this dream Big Kalpa a great success. I think next time when Dr. Muralidharan comes here, we will have a big meeting at the physical level. Since he is out of station, I think you will be having a panel discussion online. So next time, I think we'll have a better interaction, and I think we will then that will be a good opportunity, as Dr. Manikandan was telling, to showcase some of these technologies, what we are envisaging or what we are developing. So I wish once again all the very best. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, sir, for your inaugural address, which you insisted on joint collaboration research initiative with effective private entrepreneurs, either under research mode or under CSR mode, in order to reduce the cost of cultivation by augmenting the effective utilization of inputs like microbial consortia, fertilizers, and development of detectors, and working in carbon sequestration potentials, and working on the development of various value-added products, machineries, gadgets. So you are truly visionary, and definitely your message will be taken care by the panelist members during their panel discussion. So once again, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, before initiating panel discussion, I would like to invite Mr. Madhavan sir, Mr. Madhavan Amboru sir, for his address, for his felicitation address to the members of the system. Sir, Madhavan sir.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh, so nice of you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'm in Delhi today. In fact, I want to join there itself. Good. That I heard your director and Dr. Muralidharan also. Well, this is the era of technology development. You see, we have a lot of issues in respect of the production, the productivity, and product diversification also. Though we are working on value addition system very, very drastically, very seriously, we are doing in our country, and especially in Kerala, including your organization. I know, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of being a associate of, your organization, being a proud of a friend of your organization. I'm from Kannur only. So recently we had been to Israel. We took a delegation of about 8 startups, agri-tech and food tech startups to Israel. So there we learned a lot of lessons, including AI-based technology to detect the pests and other diseases of plants. So I suggest and I highly recommend that some of your people work on this technology as far as coconut and arecanuts are concerned. We can do a lot of AI-based technology development for coconuts, because coconut, even my house, I have about 20 trees, but almost all the trees are infested with something or other. And somehow we are not able to manage it. We are not able to cope up with these pests and other diseases. Right in front of my nose only, my coconut trees are going bad, and I'm not able to help it. So I request you with all politeness to what do you call it, to organize a segment in your organization, to have a segment in your organization to work on this thing, specifically based upon AI technology. And we are into development of products, value-added products, and marketing it. And Kannur district, of course, is doing on fruits and vegetables and coconut also. Recently, we have developed, say, with your technology only, I'm entering an organization for making coconut chips. And it is gone very, very wonderfully well. I'm really proud of being a part of that thing. So that is some a few words only, and I wish this program all the very best. And I know the panelists are all very, very big people, very intelligent people, men of wisdom, and we can learn. The nation can learn a lot of things from them. Thank you very much, and I wish once again the program all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As you mentioned, we will definitely include. We have already started some AI aspects, but we'll also have some private collaboration along with the line of what you thought. And then
Yes,
also you should help us to identify correct startups
Sure.
who can contribute to this.
Always, always with you. Always with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your valuable views and suggestions. So now we can move forward for the panel discussion on synergizing institutional innovations in the plantation tech sectors. For this, I would like to invite all the panel members, including moderator Dr. Deepu Krishnan, from CPCRI, Dr. Murali sir, Dr. Sendil Vinayagam, Dr. Preeti, Sri Jijopal, Sri Vikrant Vog, and Sri Nagaraja HR. Sir, now that I would like to request Dr. Deepu Krishnan to move forward. Thank you, sir.
So, thank you, and a very good morning to one and all. So, it's a pleasure and privilege to be a part of the Dream Big Kalpa event organized by the CPCRI. And before we start the panel discussion, let me thank or express our gratitude to Dr. Manikandan sir, Dr. Muralidharan sir, Dr. Hebbar sir, all the team members of the Agri Business Incubator of CPCRI who are working hard for a couple of weeks to organize this program. Then the Madhavan sir, he is a mentor and an integral part of our startup ecosystem, all other panelists, and the incubators and the partners of this event, and also all the participants who are here to attend this panel discussion. Welcome and thanks a lot. Now, as the theme of the panel discussion suggests, this is all about synergizing the institutional innovations in plantation sector. So from a startup mission's perspective, Kerala Startup Mission, as you all know, is the nodal agency of the government of Kerala, and we house more than 3,000 startups, and we have a very good number of startups working in agri-tech sector. As Madhavan sir was mentioning recently, last April, we had a delegation of 8 agri-tech startups to Israel, where we were partnering with MyZone. And our association with CPCR is also, we were for a quite long time. We are working very close with the CPCRI in its incubator. We did a demo day last year where we showcased technologies of CPCRI to the entrepreneurs and startups. Then following with that, we did a institutional visit where we again brought more than 125 entrepreneurs to CPCRI. And we know that many of our startups have taken technologies from CPCRI. And other than this, we also have been doing Rural Innovators Meet and the previous editions of this Dream Big Kalpa. And like this, we are associating with CPCRI for a quite long time to bring out the institutional innovations and take it to the entrepreneurs. So in this context, now let me first introduce and welcome and introduce all the panel members who are going to share their insights on how to accelerate that synergy of institutional innovations in the plantation sector. So first of all, I would like to introduce Dr. K. Muralidharan sir, who is the principal scientist, and he's head of the social science of ICA CPCRI, and he is an expert in developing technology, transferring technology, mentoring the entrepreneurs who are taking the technology, and he's one of the pillars of the Agri Business Incubator. So, sir, welcome to the panel discussion, sir. Now, let me next introduce Dr. S. Sendil Vinayagam, the CEO of AIDEA Now, Hyderabad. So, NAM is again an institution of high reputation in the country, and they have a wonderful incubator AI idea, which is specifically focusing on agri technology. What we understood that there are close to 100 or more than 100 startups they have nurtured and mentored, and they are working with the DST, DBT, all the funding agencies running the programs like BAG, the most prestigious program, BAG, or the Reprayas. So it's one of the strongest incubators of the country focusing on the agri-tech, and it's my pleasure to invite Dr. S. Senthilvinayagam, the CEO, to the panel discussion.
Thank you.
Next time move on to Dr. Preeti. Dr. Preeti, again, she has more than 15 years of experience in enabling the startup ecosystem or entrepreneurship. Currently, she is the CEO of the technology business incubator of NIT Calicut. Again, NIT Calicut is another institution where Startup Mission is working very close, and we have close to 100 startups working in different sectors in NIT Calicut's incubator, and there are a good number of startups working in the startups or entrepreneurs working in the TBI. So, Preeti, welcome to the panel discussion. We would like to hear from you also the insights about the NIT as an institution and how we can synergize all the innovations and connect it to entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Tibu, and good morning to all of you.
Yeah. Next, we have Sri Chicho Paul, one of the youngest innovators, and he is the CEO of currently Resnova Technologies Private Limited, which is again electronics IoT hardware-based company that does much of the product development and designing development in agri-tech technologies. They have developed a range of agri-tech technologies that has got a lot of accreditations nationally and internationally. So, Sri Jijopo, welcome to the panel discussion. Next, I take this opportunity to invite Sri Vikrant. Vikrant is a data scientist. Currently, he is the Director of Data Science and the Senior Architect at Arabil Labs. He leads the data science team there, and he has a lot of experience, vast experience in product development and innovative solutions, particularly in crop intelligence. So it's a pleasure to have you here in this panel, and welcome, Sri Vikrant sir. And finally, Sri Nagaraja. He is the founder of Probi Products Bangalore. So Probi is again another startup which is into the agri-tech machinery and developing and delivering agri-related machinery systems, both India and abroad. Am I right, sir? So, and he's the founder of the Probi Products of Bangalore, and we would like to also get the insights on the machinery part, agri-tech, the machineries, all these innovations happening in that area, which could be useful for the entrepreneurs and the innovators gathered in this panel discussion. So welcome, sir. So let's move on to the panel discussion. So I would like to start from, of course, from Muralidharan sir. CPCRA being one of the prominent leading premier institution in plantation-based innovations, technologies, particularly on coconut-based innovation. So can you give a brief about to all the audience who has gathered here? Can you give a brief about the institution and its innovations, technologies, products developed by the institution, particularly under the brand or the name of Kalpa? And can you give an overview so that we can start with the overview of all the technologies?
Thank you, Debu. So welcome all the panelists and members or participants of this Kalpa, Dream Big Kalpa program. As our director was mentioning, it is the Institute Industry Interface, which we generally conduct every year from 2014 or so onwards. Now coming to the specific aspect, ICR-CPCRI, as you know, it is a 107-year-old institution. A lot of technologies were developed, and most of them are in public domain. And of late, from 2010-15 onwards, we have started licensing the technologies so that the farmers and other stakeholders will have a more, more access to technologies through product development and utilization of our technologies. So we have many segments, I can say. to start with the varieties, planting material production. That is one aspect where we have many varieties. We can license our variety, release the varieties, or we can give you our germplasm material to anybody interested for developing new varieties, as our director was mentioning, for specific traits and like that. Another important aspect is inputs for farming. That can be organic inputs or chemical inputs like that. That include biofertilizers, microbiomes, then bioagents for controlling pests and diseases. Again, we have vermicomposting technologies, both especially organic matter production, recycling, etc. Then we have customized fertilizers also. So these are our major inputs, farming inputs developed at this institute. Then we have a large number of novel coconut value-added products, starting from coconut cheese, virgin coconut oil, the Nira or Kalparasa, and coconut sugar, then Kalpa Crunch, vegan coconut frozen delicacy, and an array of novel products we have. Then the gadgets and machineries for many of these products which I mentioned, especially for production of virgin coconut oil through hot processing or fermentation processing, then coconut chips making, like that. Then, for example, tender nut processing. So such machineries also we have developed, and probably like people are taken these technologies for making machineries and supplying to the entrepreneurs. So this is in a nutshell what we do, what we have with us. Besides, our thrust is to develop further technologies like what we had signed MOU with Rosanova for using AI and other techniques for detection of weevils, or UAV, that is unmanned aerial vehicles, drone-based applications, etc. So there we would like to have interaction or collaboration with the other partners. So this is nutshell what we do in these plantations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving the overview. So we, as Startup Mission, we know that there are a lot more to say from your side, because there is a wide range of technologies what you have developed in the institutions, and you have been successfully transferred that technologies. Many enterprises has been created, and in many of our events we have been interacting with both the CPCR ABI team and also the entrepreneurs that has taken technologies from CPCR. And one positive feedback we used to get every time is that it's not just about taking a technology from CPCR, it's about the support that you give continuously with them. They feel it like their own place where they can come back anytime, interact with the scientists, refine their technologies, and this is something what we expect from all the institutions. This is how we can build this synergy, because it's not just about introducing technologies to an entrepreneur, it's about giving them a continual support and also an incubation space there. So we are so happy the support that gets from startups, but I know that it's not just about startups, it's about innovators, it's about entrepreneurs who comes in the SME category, it's all about industries, it's about companies, it's about startups. So and now let me move to Jijo, because Jijo will be the right person to continue this discussion, because he has been working with CPCR in collaboratively developing a product. So Jijo, I would like to hear from you, like under Rasnova technology, so there is a development of a red palm weevil detector, and there are many more technologies your company has developed. So can you brief about that? How was that experience, and how did all this technology development happen?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jijo. I'm the CEO of Rasnova Technologies. So I'll speak about Rasnova a little bit and then move on to that question. So Rasnova Technologies was started in 2014. It's a 9-year-old company now. We have worked with over 60 plus clients in various sectors. We have worked with 3-4 clients in the government sectors and many big names in the private sectors as well. And in our experience, CPCRI has been a great customer and a great collaborator, I would say. So we had, I think this is our third project with CPCRI. Before that, we worked on a tagging-based solution and all that. In fact, it's a very wonderful organization which has got a great culture instilled in the entire through the entire system. We have worked with the scientists there. We have interacted with many people in CPCRI. everybody is very supportive and is willing to go into challenging journeys with us. So taking up Platform Weaver project was a very challenging goal because we were also very skeptic about venturing into that because many people have ventured into that sector before and couldn't come out with a proper successful result. And there are many challenges also. So I'll talk about the red palm weevil and what we did for that. Red palm weevil is basically a concealed stem borer. It's a pest that attacks the crown of the coconut palm. And usually, if a big attacks comes in, the coconut tree will not survive. And it's hard for people to see because it's a concealed borer and it eats from the inside. So you cannot see anything on the exterior until it is too late. So that's the relevance of the problem. And the challenge is that it only attacks the crown of the tree, which is the top of the tree. We are talking about something that is 20, 30 feet above ground. So it is hard for a person to climb the tree and observe. And whatever we are going to develop, it should also be accessible from the ground itself. So what we developed was a detector device, which we plug onto the trunk of the coconut tree from the ground itself. We scan it and we observe for the bite patterns of the larvae. So it's not a very big sound or anything like that. It's a feeble sound. And again, since we are in the environment, we have a lot of natural noises that are coming in, like the chirping of birds, the footsteps, the vehicles that are moving around, and all that. And in all those noisy environments, we need a system that could detect that. So the work was very extensive. The project was funded by Coconut Development Board, and CPCRI was working hand in hand. We worked with the scientists at CPCRI Kayangola, Dr. Joseph. I think he is also there in the meeting. Was the principal scientist in the project. They offered us great level of support, and they ventured into things and took challenges which are which usually a government sector organization wouldn't undertake. So we went on to do a lot of trials, extensive field testing, and everything like that. And we collected over 500 GB plus data. Daily, about 2.5 GB of data was coming into the system, and then we were processing that. We formulated AI models. It was not successful in one go. We did over 35 plus AI models in order to bring some positive results. And again, after a long, very long effort of something like about 18 months or so, we were able to come up with some positive results. And after that, we were able to optimize it into a single package and implement it on a edge hardware, that is a portable hardware on a field level. And this was successfully tested in coconut palms on a field level, and we were able to get 80% plus accuracy. It was actually 86% accuracy on field level, which was proven over 15,000 plus data samples. So it was a great success, I would say, by incorporating AI into this sector. And from our perspective, I would say CPCRI is a unique organization who would have ventured into this challenging goal of achieving this, because there are many things at stake. Because while venturing into a project, everybody knows that it's a challenging goal, and proceeding into that by partnering with a private organization, I would say it's a great step. And they totally were very, very positive towards collaborating, and every member in the CPCRI family was very supportive towards this, and I greatly appreciate that.
Okay. Dijo, that was too nice to hear your experience in collaborating with CPCR and developing such products, because as Madan sir was mentioning sometime before that, when we took these 8 startups to Israel, so one of the areas where they do these types of innovation is much more on advanced sensors and detections of based on what we are doing. So these are the areas where institutions can not just the basic research or the basic exploratory research right from that, but we can look also into what is the research, what is happening across the globe, particularly in the countries, in the leading countries like Israel, and what are the innovations that they are bringing. And we also see that such type of interactions, such type of understanding what is happening across the globe in terms of agriculture technology can add a lot of value to the innovations in our country also. And I can also see that some of our startups have also joined in the panel. I can see Charles, from Nava Innovation, I can see Dr. Vadvi Keresi from GPAC. Right now, if I miss some name, if some of the startups are there, or you can just put a hi and introduce yourself in the chat box meanwhile. And let me just move to our next panelist, Sandil Vinayagam sir, the CEO of Hey Idea Now. So again, this institution doesn't need another introduction, because it's a very well renowned, reputed institutions supporting the innovators in agriculture sector or allied areas. And as I said in the introduction, they are partnering with the DST, DBT for very prestigious programs like the BAG or the Prayas program. So, sir, can you give an insights? What's the experience in what is the trend? What is happening in the agri-tech sectors, and what an overview about your incubator, the startups that are, or the innovators or the entrepreneurs that are incubated in the AI idea? Can you give a brief about that?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tipuji, and given the opportunity by CPCRI, Muralidharan and the director for given the opportunity to our ICR NARM. I'd say one of the incubation center at ICR NARM, it's called AIDIA. As already in a brief presentation itself, we are clearly given what is our strength. In fact, we are working on the agri-tech, which covers all agri, horti, veterinary, fisheries, all sectors. As NARM is the organization which is connected with all remaining 112 ICR Institute, we support any commodities. It is a crop neutral or any commodity neutral, you can say. And we take the support, and we have 247 startups with us, in which more than 120 were graduated. As of now, around more than 120 are with us, which is having across in a different domains. Nowadays, in the trend in the agriculture, agri-tech, when we look into that, even in the point of the investor point of view, also people are looking on the technology-based application in agriculture is very much looked on that. And the importance been given less by the investors on the supply chain model. So though we feel supply chain is more important, but when they are raising the funds, when they are going to raise the funds for the aspect for the acceleration, we find it supply chain people are getting difficulty, and the technology-based application like AI, IoT, drone, and blockchain technology, which they are thinking, which they are having visualized that there will be another 3-4 years, there will be a lot of impact will be created on that particular angle. Our experience in this incubation journey, really, it is a very, very good. As all of you know that we take care of the many activities for every aspect. See, we are not only the incubation unit, we are one of the very prominent acceleration unit in AgTech. So acceleration is the one of the incubation. Of course, we have a very good mentors in our ICR system itself. We have around 6,000 scientists. We have it in Agriculture University. We have it. We will get a mentor for across anything you ask for it. We can get a good mentor. Since being in Hyderabad, we are having good contact with the business mentor also. And we also had a good large number of to strengthen any of the incubation centers. Suppose you said that the topic it's called synergizing, right? When you make it any innovation to be in a upscale, many organizations to come forward. So we have a large number of organizations with a good identified MOUs with them, which is strengthening us. We have, as of now, we have around MOU with around 70 organizations. We have it, in which 37 are ICR Institute itself has made MOU with AIDA. So that made which it has become a strength to us to call them to get any support for it. Other than that, we have a business support and everything. Second important aspect in acceleration is our another strong bone. So we organize the event called. Whether it is gone?
No, sir, you're audible, but there is something has happened.
Okay, it is audible, no? It is audible. No issues. Yes. Okay, I'll continue. So, ours is called an Agri-Udan, and we have, for which this Agri-Udan accelerator program, we do this programming throughout the country. Many locations we do. We have very close collaboration with the startup Tamil Nadu, wherein MSME is being part of it. And they also have an EDII, Enterprise Development Innovation and Institute. So we have a collaboration with them and a large number of other organizations. So in this Agri-Udan, our acceleration yearly twice we are doing it. Now we started 2 acceleration programs. We started, it's a big mega event conducted in different locations. Either in then we started in Bangalore. Last week we are in Coimbatore. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we are going to be in Pune. Then we are going to Lucknow. Then we will be in Northeast. It's thing is, having only 12 or 13 people of acceleration is easy. We like to make a national perspective and identifying a larger, very important people under the acceleration group. We have it. So any startups, anything interested can join for it. The third aspect, which our strength is the fund investor. We have on board 30 investors are on board with us. In addition to that, during any of our pitch day or demo day, we have around 300 investors to whom we write letters to them. Now 30 to 40 investors who attended to invest it. Our startup have raised the funds more than around 140 crores. They have raised it. And NORM itself, AIDA also one of the investor. We have an investment of around 10 crores. Till now, we have invested around 27 people. We have invested the funds to them. Our investment started from 2017. And now even exit started, we are getting 4x, 5x, multiple of things. So we have a very strong team on the investment body, which are doing it. Now, in the among all these incubation center, one of the very important unique activity is AIDA is doing it, which has not been touched by many of the incubation center. That is the connecting the farmers for our startups. So we have a program. We have a series of program taking our farmers to the FPOs. So here in southern part of the country, fortunately, our FPOs are somewhat good, doing good job. And startup, our agri startup, the final entity has to be end up with the farmers only. So whatever the director said, many of the things, everything is good. Whether you give the planting material or you want to give a technology or any startup or entrepreneur who is developing it, finally, unless it reaches to the farmer, will not support anyone. So we have a program called immersion program of startup and FPO. It is one of the unique program. We have done a 10 program in different parts of the country. This program also, even at Northeast, Bangalore, Madurai, and many places, we do it. We take our startups and startups present in front of the group of large number of FPOs. At least there will be 100 FPOs will be there in a place. So now we are taking 28 startups from the different parts of the country to the Lucknow. The program is being organized at the Indian Institute of Sugarcane Research. There is an ABA unit and there are 4 or 5 ICR institutes are there. They are also bringing their own startup. We taking from the southern and other places, around 28 startups are with us. So there will be around 100 FPOs being collected by there. It's been mobilized. So startup presented to them, that they will get a real feedback from the farmers, whether the startup will have reach to them or not. So we are, these are the many other activities, and we have an industry collaboration, startup industry meeting, events we organized, a large number of startups, bankers, we have done it for the funding support. So there are a good number of events always is going on with us. So we can invite, even now acceleration is open. There are people who are startups also attending it. Those who are potential startup, they can apply for acceleration. Then there is a BIRAC big call is open. It is up to August 16th. And we are the very important agri-tech BIRAC big projects around giving 50 lakhs. So please, if anybody is interested, they can join with us, and any questions said there, I will answer to them also. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, sir. So we will take all the questions in the chat box and we'll answer. We'll have a 10 minutes dedicated for the Q&A, maybe at the end of the whole panel discussion. So thanks a lot for introducing the voluminous activities. I cannot even brief because I don't remember. You said a lot of activities happening at the area now. Even the Kerala Startup Mission ecosystem, we like to work with the area, because when I say the ecosystem, all of these are the stakeholders of the ecosystem, CPCRI, TBA, all the startups attending, the innovators attending here. So we, as an ecosystem, we would like to be in touch with the AIDA NAM also. And what you said is one of the most important thing, the mentorship what we give to the startups at the stage of their product development. That's one important factor. And that's many of the innovators, that's what they are looking for, a scientific mentorship, to a tech mentorship. And second one is the early stage investments. Of course, as you said, if there's a pool of investors who are ready to invest at least in the early stage of the product development, then that will make an impact in the taking institutional innovations, because already these innovations from the institutions are validated by the scientists. So now what we need is refining of that innovations and investment to develop the product. And thanks a lot, sir. Now let me move on to Mr. Vikrant, because as we see we have heard from Murli sir about the technologies which is in the transition of agri or agri food tech, and we have heard from Jicho the applications of the electronics, IoT hardware, all those things in the IT tech, sir. Now coming to the significance on your core area, data science and allied areas, and how it can make an impact on the booming agri tech sectors and all the agri related entrepreneurs. Over to you, Vikrant.
Hey, good morning to all. So I want to really thank CPCRI for inviting us for this panel discussion. I'll take a minute to just introduce about Arable Labs. Arable Labs is we actually make crop intelligence solutions. So we provide IoT-based solutions that combine reliable in-field data like the crop data, the weather data, and the soil data, all the data that we can measure in the field, and then supplant that with the forecast and using advanced modeling, machine learning. We actually provide the data along with actionable insights to the customer so that the growers and agrotech companies can do research. They can decide on how to optimize the water usage, how to do the crop protection or fertilizer usage, and basically also help them with the research trials. So that's about the company. Now, coming back to the specific question about how machine learning and AI can help. There are two parts to that. I think Arable has a product which is a robust device which can be installed in the field, which measures all these parameters. But we also use machine learning to look at the data that is captured in the field and then come up with some insights, such as, say, the growth stage, or such as provide data about indices such as chlorophyll index and NDVI, which can help the growers. We can also provide insight into when to do the spraying of the pesticides, depending on the patterns of the wind and the rain, all these parameters considered. Or we can also provide insights into the water stress level of the plants, which are visible even before you start seeing them by visual inspection, by looking at the radiation, radiation from the plants. The ML is coming in a big way. We also have added now vision, a camera which can actually also capture the visual data from the field. Including spectrometry and the visual data, I think we can do a lot of wonderful things. We are actively doing research into some of these fields. We have also collaborated on some carbon sequestration studies, and we are also currently doing studies on the spectral data that is generated from the field for various crops. We do have ML models for a lot of these derived indices that you calculate from the field. So I think ML is coming in a big way, and we see a lot of opportunity collaborating with CPCRI. We have a couple of devices already given to CPCRI. They're currently evaluating our devices for the weather forecast. We also look forward for opportunity to collaborate with CPCRI on the use of spectral data for crop disease studies and crop phenotyping, as well as our vision solution for the pest detection and control. So yeah, I think we are looking forward for a lot of collaboration with CPCRI. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Vikrant sir. So put it in a nutshell, the Arable Labs is delivering IoT-based solution which will give you some real-time insights for the farmers, or what you say that customers, and this is something what is we need in the next at least the next decade, where it's a way long we have to travel in terms of modernizing our agri-tech sector. And this is one of the areas we have to give much more focus, and the association between the institutions like Arab Labs and the CPCRA can do a more working together and ultimately benefiting the increasing the productivity of the farmers. That's what we believe. Now we'll next move on to Dr. Preeti. Dr. Preeti has years-long experience in the entrepreneurship space of the Kerala's ecosystem, particularly the startup ecosystem. So Preeti, being the CEO of the technology business incubator of the NIT Kailad, can you give some insights on your experience in all these years? Seeing how the startups has been growing, particularly in agri-tech, and what is the TB of NIT Kailad, how far you are housing these startups in this sector, and how you can contribute towards the innovations in the plantation sector or generally in agri-tech sector.
Yeah, thank you, Deepu. So just to start with, actually, NIT Technology Business Incubator is more supporting the products or rather product development in the engineering sector. I'll just share my, okay, fine, okay. I had a few photos of some of the machineries which our incubators have developed. Maybe no problem, I can just tell you about that. Just like any other incubator, NIT TBI, especially having the expertise in the engineering sector, is helping the startups in developing their product in the early stage, from idea to prototype and just to up to an MVP level is what our specialization is. And for this, we do provide the infrastructure, which is including the laboratory spaces of the institute. And because almost all the department, we have 13 academic departments in the institute, all the engineering side, machineries and labs and all. So this is a good opportunity for any of the innovator to try out their idea and come to a product, come to a solid product, in fact. And we do have mentoring, of course, the Kerala Startup Mission. All of you from KSUM and Murli sir from CPCRA and all are having a very good, we are having very good support from all of you. And even in the agri side here from the IISR, Indian Institute of Spices Research also. So we do have the technical mentoring, and definitely there are a lot of good panel members, good panel for us for mentoring on the business side also. And yeah, financial assistance also is provided in terms of grant and loan normally, and other normal support is what is provided to the innovators, including the student support, because we do have a good ecosystem for entrepreneurship and innovation in the institute, even with the student forum, a strong student forum for supporting innovations in the form of Institutional Innovation Council. And frankly, we did not have much of the solid agri sector startups, but we had some of the machineries being developed for the agri sector. One is a tea leaves harvesting machine, which was developed by one of our incubative who came under the Prayas project. Which was actually a very good, around 300 to 400 kilos of tea leaves could be harvested and in a day, which is a battery operated machine and could continuously go for almost 8 hours, which was actually supposed to be a very good equipment for the tea plantations. And there was another earth auger to make the pits for planting coconut small saplings or any other, even for the rubber saplings and all. You could use it for making the pits for the planting these saplings. And we had an Aragonite tree climbing machine, which was again developed by another entrepreneur. These are some of the, and of course, a coconut tree climbing machine also was developed by another entrepreneur some years ago, actually. These are the machinery developments, which agri machinery side development, which happened, recently. And we have some other product development, which some of our innovators done with in the under the Prayas support itself. One would be the soil amender, to make the soil more nutrient rich from mango waste. This innovator was from Andhra Pradesh side, where where they had a lot of mango waste. It was actually a problem for the locality, but she could turn it into a nutrient for the soil. And another one is the turmeric, fermented turmeric fermented turmeric, which could be taken as a nutraceutical product. Whom Mr. Joby was there. With you for this, and Manu, who was again in the visiting, delegation to Israel. He is actually making some protein from black soldier fly larva, which actually he is extending to the making of chitin and chitosan from the same larva, dried larva. And we have another innovator who's making a health drink from coconut water. He has already set up the factory, which is probably into the production in another few months. So these are some of the startups which we had in the agri-related sector. And most of them have started their production of these equipments and the products, but a couple of them are still in the prototype stage, just to get into the next stage. Basically the engineering side support is what we normally provide from here, and we do have a biotechnology department which will help them for the their nutrient testing, and maybe some of the other chemical side testing. Especially for the black soldier fly and all, they do the chemical analysis and all in our chemical and chemistry laboratories. So basically, of course, the NIT TBA is otherwise concentrating more on the IT, electronics, and electrical, and also mechanical products and all. Otherwise, apart from these agri-related side, maybe around 10% of our incubators, or 10 to 15% of our incubators are coming to the agriculture-related products. So basically agri-tech products. So yes, we do have not exactly into crops or crops, crop processing. We do not have much of companies. We're looking definitely for maybe that we do not have a core agriculture department in the in NIT. But with other help from other institutions like CPCRI and IISR and all, we are confident of taking forward some more companies in the agri side. But especially, it would be better, of course, if we could extend our research expertise, like AI, ML, and all those kind of things. We do have a lot of expertise on the in our teaching faculty and other research scholars. So these could be used to any in any of the product development related to the agri sector. Which can which can make a lot of new products. So there on the agri related, engineering related side, technology side, yes, NIT is very strong and can provide all kinds of assistance to any of these entrepreneurs. So anybody who's interested in any of these products which I've told you right now, or in any of these related ideas, are always welcome to NIT to provide to receive the help related in these related products, related product development. NIT TBA has been in existence for around 18 years now. So we had 100 plus companies so far, and most of them into, of course, the early stage companies were most of them into IT and IT enabled services. So all of them, 50% of them are working well and sustaining and profitably running. And we are looking closely for some more new products and entrepreneurs in the agri sector also, and requesting the cooperation from assistance from all the people like NAM and CPCRA and all, and to the audience, anybody is interested in any of these sectors development, please do contact us. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Preeti. Thank you for opening the avenues and opportunity to collaborate with the TBA of NIT Calicut. And we know that you will be providing very good incubation support. and the institutional support from the NIT, particularly the departments you have mentioned, to refine their product development from the biotech department or in the machinery engineering side. Now, I'll go to the next panelist, Mr. Nagaraj, who is a founder of Probi Products, and he's basically an industrialist, and he's having 27 years of professional experience in machinery manufacturing, especially the coconut processing machines, some of the food processing machines, food dehydrators, multi-seed oil expellers, and the company has supplied these products domestic and also exported to close to 20 countries. So, Nagaraj sir, you like to, in brief, you like to hear from you the range of products or that you have been developing and delivering in particularly in the plantation sector. Sir, your mic is muted. Can you unmute, sir?
Sorry. Good morning to everyone. I am Nagaraja, founder of Probi Products. From the year 2007, we are manufacturing various types of coconut and food processing machines. Almost close to 30 variety different coconut processing machines we are manufacturing under one sector. We are located at Pina Industrial Area, Bangalore. We are basically machine designers accidentally entered to this agri equipment manufacturing. And then about 10 years back, we got associated with CP Sir at Kasaragod, with the great support of them, their team, right from former director Mr. Chaudappa to present director Mr. Ebbar and Mr. Manikatan and Mr. Muralidharan and Mr. Maheshwar. All this whole team has supported us like anything to go globally. Actually, we are basically from mechanical engineering. You don't have any idea exposure about this value addition about coconut. Since basically we got machine design core competence, we added to this agri mechanization. We developed all these machines. So far, we developed machines for right from working coconut oil processing machines, Nira processing machines, chips processing machines, then coconut flakes manufacturing machines, then tender coconut processing machines, coconut milk extractor machines, all these things, right from carted to corporate, right from 200 nuts to in industry you can start, or any 20,000 up to 50,000 nuts capacity is applied. We reached almost 20 countries, right from Sri Lanka to African countries, Caribbean islands, even South American countries. We reached all these things. We have in-house R&D team about 4 designers to do all this validation mechanization, as well as we have taken CPCRI technology, and with the CPCRI reference, we supplied more than 30 units along with the CPCRI reference, and in a year we execute more than 100 projects around the globe. Presently, we are in a stage that to go next level of R&D as well as product development. And now thing is, Nira is restricted to as far as coconut sap. Now from Andhra and Maharashtra side, people are coming lot of wild-date sap jaggery manufacturing. They don't have much idea about this technology. We are with our limited resource, we are giving information to them. I think I request CDB and CPCRI to extend their awareness programs to those areas. Now we are executing a project about 2,000 liter per world-date sap along Maharashtra and Gujarat border. This one they came on their own actually. They haven't knew about all this information, how it will be done. It's so amazing, but lot of scope is there to expand these activities. That is one thing. Apart from that, some more trendy products are like coconut milk. It's going as a vegan milk. As of now, we are doing milk expeller. From there, we will extract the milk, and we're extracting VCO through hot process to that. That can be taken to next level as milk, vegan milk packaging process has been not developed actually. It is a little bit investment as well as the time taking method that has to be streamlined. But all these things has to be taken care in future to go to next level in coconut validation. And one more thing is filtration, oil filtration. Most of the people are tracking oil filtration.
whether whatever the quality manufactured in VCO and copra oils, they're stuck in filtering the oils. They don't know the proper methods, and whatever the methods are available, they are too costly. What is the affordable methods has to be designed and developed for the each of the farmers, because unless you give the proper quality crystal clear oil, whatever the value of the VCO, they will not be honored by the customers. These are the major requirements from our side. And thank you everyone from CPCRI for joining, giving opportunity to go in next level. And we would like to forward in future also.
Thank you, Mr. Nagraj. So this is one of the examples. So the success stories we can project where the technology from CPCRI has been taken and it is delivered to the customers and scaled and delivered to the customers. So when we finish one round of discussion, I think almost we have been close to the time limit. Maybe we can have one quick round of something like a conclusion, like going back to all the panelists and see. After that, we will take some questions, few of the questions from the people who are participating in this panel, attending the panel discussion. So if you have any queries that would like to ask to the panelists, you can put it in the Q&A or the chat box. The panelists will be answering after one more round of quick briefing and conclusion. So I'll go back to Murli sir again. So we have been listening to the technologies already which is developed by the institution, which is transferred, and we are seeing success stories, and we know a lot of hundreds of examples, I can say that, where the successful entrepreneurs have come out of the technologies out of the institution. Now to conclude, so what are the plans, what are the next plans, and what are the technologies what is in the pipeline, and what are the activities that is planned from the ABI to continue this development of and delivering technologies? Can you brief with that? And what is your message as a panel to all the participants who are attending this program?
Thank you, Dibu. Now, coming to our future plan and strategies. See, in a recently conducted horticulture conference, it was told that the next phase of agriculture development will be engineering agriculture. Is not well appreciated. Many entrepreneurs are not assessing or not able to understand what is the scope, business scope in plantation sector. One disadvantage or challenge in plantation crops is every crop has required its own style of development, very customized development, not only for the crop, even for the holding also, because sometimes there will be intercrops, sometimes there will be mixed crop, like that. But when an entrepreneur is concerned, he should think in a futuristic way also. So it is not that serving the need of the present cropping scenario, but in future, if technology is developed, even people may start to cultivate for utilizing that technology itself. For example, there was one engineer in Pollachi area. He planted cocoa in such a spacing that a tractor can be gone in between the rows and to do the operations. Like that, we should have imagination and even taking a different route so that it will be more cost effective. As our director was mentioning, cost of production should come down. So we need to think in a different manner. But of course, major scope will be for existing farmers and existing systems. There we have, as our Srija was telling, different detection devices. Then UAV application is another important. Now everywhere government also recognized the drone application in agriculture sector. There our experience with General Aeronautics, who are again our co-incubator rather, they were IASC incubating. Now, what we found that even nozzle differentiation for spraying, then detection of crop and its pest incidents. So these are all very easy to say. Even DST presentation, many very high-level faculties will come, but without the domain knowledge, they may not be able to succeed. That is what we observe. Not only, I mean, in the general scenario as well as from our experience in institute also concerned, because theory is very simple, but translating that into very complex situation in the natural, we need a domain knowledge and joint ventures. That is why we thought this particular edition of Dream Big Kalpa as a interactive meeting with the startups who can think and come out with the solution facing by the farmers. Then some of the important aspects in precision farming, say natural resource management, whether it is a soil nutrient or soil moisture, we need a wireless sensors network. So again, there is no very successful solution emerged yet. So then there is another aspect is ICT and IoT application. Many institutions, ICR institutions, including ours, we have mobile application developed, etc., etc. But if you ask me, frankly, I am not satisfied with such application, because when we compare with the other application, even railway booking system or banking system or your food ordering system, even many like that. So for example, Uber. So our mobile applications are not reaching that standard. How to bring it to more, but it's not only customer friendly, visibility, and to address the felt needs of the farmers. So that is a big challenge. That where we can have more collaboration. Similarly, social media, content development, all these things are very important. And AI application is another thing what you were telling, that is also very important. Then soil moisture. Another aspect is climbing devices, harvest, not only climbing, coconut and arecanut is concerned climbing, but other tea Priti was mentioning, like that climbing or harvesting is not only device, but again detecting the ripeness, right maturity. If you consider coconut, we need tender coconut, we need mature coconut. Like that, different stages of maturity has to be detected and harvested. Then to reduce climbing, two innovations I can mention. One is our own scientists developed hybridization technique. You need not to climb every now and then for hybridization. Only once you climb, then from ground itself you can pollinate. Similarly, our Kerala Startup Mission has supported one Charles or somebody who is in the process of developing NIRA typing without climbing frequently to the ground. So any such labor-saving ideas, we should harness and we should work together to develop the technology. These are then again decision supporting. So when I mentioned this mobile application, it should convert it to say intelligent decision supporting system, because it should take care of the future production scenario, marketing scenario, price scenario, because we need not everything put together on intelligent decisions should be able to take place. So to take such a but that is something like a window-based system. But whereas it should be AI-based. Now you know that the translation is so easy in Google is doing. So such AI-based application, intelligent-based decision supporting system should come in our and more easy to understand and with graphics, and it should communicate. So that is what I want to tell is that our agriculture, this kind of applications are not utilizing effectively the potential of our, say for example, graphic display and all those things. Especially in the wake of 5G, lot of application development is possible in this sector. So these are some of the ideas I have, and we would like to work with entrepreneurs for developing more such applications, and also we are very much keen that they are success in their figures also. It is not that academic interest. Definitely, when we are addressing the requirement of an entrepreneur, we think that he should get earnings and he should grow in the business ecosystem. For that, we have the incubation facilities also. For example, we have a unsuccessful, I should say, a charcoal making unit, activated carbon making unit, but it is used for understanding by the entrepreneurs the intricacies of the process and the problems and etc. issues going to face them when they attempt such activities. So all these failures are also very important. So this is what I want to tell in. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving a bucket of problem statements that could be addressed by the entrepreneurs or innovators there, where it's not just giving some problem statement, it's offering your expertise also to find the solutions for that. And you're also having this incubation spaces also. So that's how all the activities were here. If you have got some insights on how you can take up some of these statements and work towards the product development, the ABA of CPCRA will extend all their support for that. And Startup Mission also will work with you to identify and supporting the startups, because we are an organization focusing on the startups. And before I go to the next panelist, I also like to tell a few words about one of our schemes from the Kerala Startup Mission. So hope you all know that Kerala Startup Mission has a technology commercialization scheme where any startup company, a company who is registered as a private limited or LLP, and if they have got the recognition, DPIT recognition, which is a Startup India recognition, and if they have a Kerala Startup Mission unique ID, these are very simple steps. But if all these criteria are there, and if they take a technology from any research institution in India, particularly from institutions like CPCRA, then for the startup, we'll reimburse that money. There are some terms and conditions, but that's a very, very lenient condition. So we'll reimburse the money up to 10 lakhs. That means if you're taking a technology from this CPSRA for 5 lakh rupees, if you're a startup company, we can give 90% reimbursement for that startup. So all the startups or the entrepreneurs who want to become a startup for attending this program, if you have such idea to take technologies and develop product out of that, you can use the support scheme. Now, coming to Jijo, as a concluding remark, what you would like to say with your experience in collaborating with CPCRA?
Actually, CPCRI is a very great organization in actually venturing into farmers, studying their problems and bringing solutions. For having growth in the sector, I would highly recommending having events wherein there would be discussions on the problem statements in the industry, trying to map things in the best possible way, because it requires contributions from multiple stakeholders to map a problem clearly. Because if a farmer is mapping the problems, he would be saying that, okay, I want something that could dig very easily. I want something very compact, but it may not be technologically possible as such. But if you are talking to a scientist, he would be observing from a different perspective. So they will be having something like from the perspective of, say, the quality of the planting material or disease resistance or some aspects like that. So when you have multiple stakeholders together, having such forums of discussions would enable formulating clearly defined areas for venturing into. For instance, we didn't know about this challenge at all until we had an opportunity to discuss with people from CPCRI. So I would recommend having such forums of discussions in the future, maybe in order to ideate and things like that. So, and I'm positively looking forward to collaborating with CPCRI or any other organizations of this sort in discussing problem statements and trying to formulate solutions. And again, there were some programs from Kerala Startup Mission also in sharing problem statements with open problem statement sharing events, wherein they discuss a problem statement as open challenges and putting it across the state. I think those events are remarkable and have some impacts in the past also. So, and I'm positively looking forward to working more with people from CPCRI and similar organizations.
Thanks, Gio. Thanks a lot for working with the Startup Mission for a long time, maybe a decade. I think you are closely working with the Startup Mission also and supporting all the budding entrepreneurs. Now, Sindhil sir, as a concluding remark and a felicitation, what would you like to add to this panel discussion?
Yeah. Now all incubation center, including CPCRI, if you have a very good startups where they need some funding support in the form of raising the funds, they can join in the accelerator program. Please refer to them. I think this group also, there may be an accelerator. The call is open, so we are part of it. Any incubation center from any side of it, it should be an agri-allied. And also from the many grants which we are making it, also can be a part of it. So we are ready to extend it because ours is in a national incubation center. It is not specific to a particular region or thing. It is for throughout the country. As of now, we are with the 22 states. And there is my small suggestion to Mr. Deepu for your Kerala thing. If you want to be collaborated with us, also we are also can be. We are already having collaborated with many other state government organization. With the Tamil Nadu startup TN, we are having it. Kerala startup, because we also having some startup from the Kerala. And so when we have a large number of joint event we want to do with, we can extend it. So these are the 3 points I'm going to say.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. We will get the learnings from the acceleration programs that you do, and one of the program what you did, like introducing startups in front of the FPOs is something which was really inspiring. And finally, yes, of course, we would like to work with you, and the whole ecosystem will be happy to associate with you, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Thanks a lot, sir. And Vikrant sir, over to you as a concluding remark. What you like to deliver to the participants of the program?
So I want to conclude by saying that I see a huge potential collaborating with CPCR and other research institutes. So I want to just re-emphasize that our latest products, they allow you to do a very rich spectral analysis of the in field. They also allow you to do RGB images and do crop modeling, crop phenotyping, and pest control. So these are the areas of research that we are looking into. We are also looking into carbon sequestration. So I see a lot of potential here in these areas where we can collaborate. It can help both arable as well as it will further the cause of farming for the country. So I think I see a lot of potential for this industry and the research institute collaboration. So thanks for inviting us, and also I think it was a great opportunity to understand the views of others and how the research and the industry is collaborating. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for joining us. Now, over to Preeti ma'am. NIT is a leading academic institution. CPCRI is another leading research organization. So we, of course, need an interinstitutional collaborations always, each institution supporting each other in the ecosystem. We see everybody as a part of the ecosystem, so that if somebody who's taking from a technology from Kasaragod, and if they want to come to Calicut and incubate, or the vice versa, these are the possibilities. So what will be your concluding remarks on
yes, Deepu, yes, exactly the same thing as you were telling. We do already have a lot of collaborations, like mentoring, which we receive from Murli sir for some of our the training sessions, in which the trainees who are normal entrepreneurs, and there were some people who took a lot of some help from advices from him, who went into the normal coconut based value added products and all. That is all comes as a part of our normal entrepreneurship training programs for the people of this region. So whoever is interested in these kind of mission, this kind of products. So Murli sir has been doing this quite a lot. In fact, there were a couple of other scientists also came from CPCRI for this kind of sessions and mentoring. That is there on one side. Apart from that, definitely, for the next level of technology product development, yes, we definitely need a lot of collaboration in terms of validating the products which are being developed or are being reaching the prototype or MVP level. And even on the other side, like when the incubators or in the entrepreneurs in CPCRI, those who are coming there, whether if they require any kind of assistance on the technical side, we can have a co-incubation. So we have not had any co-incubation as such yet, apart from the mentoring that we normally have. So we are definitely looking for more of agri-sector entrepreneurs coming to us for incubation. In such cases, we are definitely looking for a good co-incubation model with the CPCRI. That's it. Thank you. Looking forward for a good opportunity to work with. Of course, we do have good collaboration, but still we are looking for strength and one. Thank you for this opportunity, and I hope some insight from my side could have been gone to the entrepreneurs who are listening, and whoever requires any help from this side definitely can contact us.
Thank you, Prith. Let's widen the opportunities for collaborative and co-incubation in this agri-tech sector. And finally, to Nagaraj sir, so being a very successful entrepreneur who has taken technology from CPCRI, what is the message for all the participants, and how can you inspire them to take up more technologies and work with CPCRI? Sir, can you unmute and speak? Its mic is still muted.
Sorry. Yeah. Now it's audible. Yeah. Before ending the session, I would like to extend, I forgot one more my sincere and special thanks to Mr. Manikantan, who supported us one-to-one or directly over the phone call. He has supported us like anything so far, something. And whatever the products you developed, they are now reached one level. Further, we want to go extend and start new products. What I mentioned right from the Mira to other states. And virgin coconut oil, now we are concentrating on only milk-based one. Now, powder-based virgin coconut oil technology has to be started, and it is going to be less investment and less maintenance lines you can start on the first. And one more thing is, so many incubators are developing some models. They are on lab models only that have to be commercialized. To bring them to commercial prototype to commercialization level, we are ready to support. Those people can contact us. Since you are in Bangalore, is a startup hub, as well as we are located at a major, one of the famous industrial area in Asia, Phoenix area. We can get each and everything to develop any sort of product. For that, you are open. Anybody would like to associate with us, that can be done. And one more important thing is reachability of the technology to the farmers or FPO. It is not easy because from Bangalore to travel to Kerala, CDB, people are facing difficulty. Something has to be localized within Karnataka, Andhra, like that. Some local experience centers has to be established. Then people will get aware of all these technologies available. That problems we heard from the users so far. Okay, that is making them to reach difficulty. Anything local experience center can be established here, Bangalore, or any part of the Karnataka, Andhra and Maharashtra is very much needed as of now, as per our experience. Something CPCRI and CDB and other stakeholders can be initiated this one. We are very much open to associate on 3P model or any other models. We are very much interested in this one.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. So in Kerala also we can do this. Like you can register, take a technology from the CPSRI, you can register your startup, but then expand your market to wherever all these states. This is one possibility, so that you can avail all the support from the state ecosystem. And I say support, it's not just from the startup mission. We also have other departments like the industries department, MSME department, who can support any entrepreneur. So you can register your companies here. You can incubate there, you can go to other state, you can co-incubate, you can expand your market. So I think we can go to the, if there, I think we have only one or two questions. I think I can only see one question from Sanuj asking for, also, is there any product developed from coconut apple, which was under for research for some time? That was one question that is asked by Sanuj. Maybe Melissa can answer.
Yeah, Dr. Manikandan, you can tell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, that's a coconut apple means it's a pong. Normally in English, it is called as coconut hastoria. One of our scientists, biochemistry-based scientist, he has standardized the production of that coconut hastoria or coconut apple, and he has dried and he has made powder, which will be very much useful for the pediatric and geriatric applications for small children to age old the person's application that we have made. And using those powder, we have developed extruded like kurkure type products along with rice, corn, and even major and minor millets. You can make kurkure using those coconut hastoria. And another development we have made is we have isolated the bioactive constituents of this coconut hastoria, and we try to project its nutritional significance, nutritional importance of that coconut hastoria. So these are all the things we have developed. Still, we are that the self-life enhancement studies is still in the progress. That it may take some time. So this is about the development happened in this coconut apple. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jasim, another host, is there any other questions that has come to you directly in? Or else we'll, or if there are any more questions, you can quickly type it there.
Actually, somebody asked for Rasanava's website. That I think.
Yeah.
So they can get it from Google search.
Okay. So those who wish to leave your contacts, you can. I'll leave mine. So the panelists, those who want to leave your contact,
I would
can
like
leave it in the chat box.
Yeah. With your permission, I want to mention. See this this particular edition, we didn't introduce our technologies much. So we also have a program called Kalpa Green Chat, where we generally interact with the entrepreneurs and students through online again regarding our technologies, etc. So those who are participated, we will have a separate session on a convenient day about our technologies in near future. So this I want to add.
So Startup Mission is also rolling out many programs in the next few months. We are, as you said, the position and branding of the innovation is very important. So we'll be rolling out such specific programs where the institutions' existing technologies will be how best we can project in front of the global audience. We'll be running some programs for that. We will be rolling specific programs with the incubators. Particularly, we are focusing on agri and food tech. So there are many programs from the startup pipeline where we will be associating with the institutions, and we want to try out the event, really experiment. But the expectation is that we want to bring out some very impactful, scalable entrepreneurs, particularly startups, which is supported by the institutions. So once again, I take this opportunity to, I know that there is an official vote of thanks. So still, I would like to thank the CPCRI, the director, Manikandan sir, Mulay sir, all the scientists, and Jasim and the ABA team members for inviting Startup Mission. It's an invitation to me and my organization, and doing all the arrangements for the panel discussion, coordinating. And I also thank all the panel members once again for joining and interacting and being on, like we were almost on time, just a couple of minutes we have extended. So thanks a lot for all the panel members, and thanks a lot for all the partners, incubators, And all the participants who has been continuously, I've been looking at the participants and their participation. Most of them are still staying back and listening eagerly what we have to tell. So thanks a lot for all the participants. Thank you. Maybe we can over to Manikandan sir.
Thank you, Dr. Deepu sir, for your effective coordination for this panel discussion. And you have aptly narrated and summed up all the discussion to the meaningful conclusions. So definitely, we appreciate your organization of this panel discussion. And I also thank all the panel members for your effective interaction and all the participants for their feedback also. Now, as a customary, I would like to invite Mr. Jasim, our business manager, ABA unit, to propose a vote of thanks. Mr. Jasim, please.
Respected Director of ICS CPCRI, Dr. KB Hebar, distinguished heads of divisions and scientists of ICS CPCRI, and invited eminent panelists, representatives of our partner organizations, beloved and most valuable participants. I'm very humble and honored to deliver a vote of thanks for this wonderful session. First of all, I extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. KB Hebar, the Director of ICS CPCRI, for his gracious presence and valuable words and all continuous support. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful participation in this event. And we are extremely thankful to the invited eminent panelists of today's program, Dr. S. Senthil Vinayagam, esteemed CEO of AIDEA and the principal scientist of ICR NAM, Hyderabad, and Dr. Preeti, CEO of TBI NIT Calicut, and Sri Vikrant of Senior Architect Arable Labs, and Sri Jijo Paul, CEO of Rasnova Technologies, and Sri Nagaraja HR, the founder of Probi Products. They have, from the deepest of my heart, I extend my sincere gratitude to all the panelists for their have consented and came to deliver their expertise to the stakeholders for their benefits. And actually, I think it was a balanced team, because 3 representatives from the institutes and the 3 from the industry part. I think this network in the future also we can bring so many changes. So thank you for all the panelists. And I express my profuse gratitude, of course, our today's moderator for a well-organized and coordinated the event. And Kerala Startup Mission is always with us to conduct this kind of programs for the benefit of the entrepreneurs. Thank you, sir. And Dr. K. Muralidharan, as in the welcome speech, Manikandan sir already mentioned the brain behind the program. Of course, Saro is only the brain behind this program, and his confidence and experience makes me to conduct this event in a well manner. Thank you, sir, for all your continuous support. And Dr. M.R. Manikandan sir, he was always with me these days to conduct this program in well manner. And we have received support from many, especially from the partner organization. Also, I should mention the name of Dr. Madhavan. In his busy schedule, also he joined with us and he delivered a few words. Thank you, sir, for your kind words. And also, I should mention of our partner organization, like we have ICR IHR and CIA Managed and the TBA NIT Calicut and NAM also, and Maison Kannur. And all other partner organization. I'm sorry if I missed any names. And yeah, coming to that. And of course, the pillars of the program is the most beloved participants. We have received participants from across the country for their active participation. Thank you all. And the HODs of this institute and the scientists and all the staffs of ICR CPCRI for your continued support, and the Sri Shams for the photographic coverage, and also Sri Harish and team and Mr. Alvin for this dealing with the technical part. Again, if I missed any name, sorry. And once again, thank you one and all. Hope this network will bring more changes in the future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. It was a truly wonderful session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you.
So
sir.
we'll have more collaboration in future, and I hope many participants will come forward with better ideas than us, so that we will be able to serve our country best and take our country to next level of agriculture and economic development. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Shall we end, sir?
Yeah, we can end the program.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
சரி இப்போ இனி இது ரெண்டு
ചേച്ചി മുരളി സാർ വിളിച്ചിപ്പോ ലൊക്കേഷൻ ഫോണ് വെച്ചിട്ടോ പോകുന്ന
അവർ എപ്പോ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുന്നു
അതൊന്ന് ചോദിച്ചോ. രണ്ട് മീറ്റിംഗ് നടത്തണോ ചോദിക്കുക. നമ്മൾ നടത്തണോ?
IRC രണ്ട് റിക്വസ്റ്റ് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. നാഗരാജ ഇപ്പോൾ ടെക്നോളജി ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ഫിക്സ് ആക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി, പിന്നെ ഒരു കോൺട്രാക്ട് റിസർച്ച് പ്രകാശ് പാണ്ഡ്യ വിട്ടൽ സയന്റിസ്റ്റ് രണ്ട് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. എന്താ അവർ നാളെ മറ്റന്നാൾ വരുന്ന ഓക്കെ, ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ നാളെ കണ്ടത്. ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പൊ പുതു പേരെന്ന് രാജേഷ് ഇല്ലേ, ഡെയിലി ഫോൺ ചെയ്യും. രാജേഷ് എനിക്ക് രാജേഷ് ഇപ്പൊ അവർ ഹെഡില്ല അവിടെ.
വൈഫൈ എന്റെ വിളിക്കണം.
നീ വിളി അലൊക്കേഷൻ ഇന്നലെ ഏതോ പറഞ്ഞത്, ഏതോ പൈസ 1.5
ഇപ്രാവശ്യം ITM ഒരു ഫണ്ട് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ അത് ജനറലിലും ABL ഇപ്രാവശ്യം ജനറൽ മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. ബട്ട് ITM ഒരു ഫണ്ട് ഉണ്ട്. അത് ജനറൽ ഇടണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സാറിന്റെ TA പെൻഡിങ് ഉണ്ട്. കോണ്ടാക്ട് ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കാം. വേണ്ട, അത് നമ്മ ഇവിടെ എൻഡ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി സർ. അത് മീറ്റിംഗ് എൻഡ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി.